Hi guys. All right. I know everybody's getting ready for the 4th of July weekend, and I wanted to do a pack with me for the weekend. Okay, so this is about a 2-day pack for me, and I like to always leave a little bit of what ifs because I always get into those scenarios, right? So it seems like an excessive amount of stuff to pack, but I think it's good. So I'm going to try to pack it all in my XL Charlie, and this is like the best weekender for that purpose, okay? So let's do it. All right, Matt. I brought out the stuff that I want to bring, so you're going to do it with me because I have no idea if this is going to fit or not.
Should we review your overall? It's a serious pile here. We got all this stuff.
Okay, so overall, yes. So we'll go through it. First thing is scenarios. Okay, it is really hot, but when we go up to Napa, it's always cold at night, right, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
So scenarios is for the
extreme temps.
And I always think of scenarios like, okay, for those days, for those nights when we're out by the balcony at night and we just want to hang out, a thicker sweater would be good. Or else, if you're going to go out, a thin little jacket, like a barn jacket like this is perfect. So my thick sweater of choice currently is a Laline black kind of cashmere sweater that goes with everything. And I love this because it's thick, but then you can just throw it on over your shoulder. So that's great. So I'm going to put it in here. These I'm going to bring. Then the next thing I'm going to do is obviously baseball cap, little shorts. And sorry, I don't have my underwear and bathing suits because they're so tiny. I bring them. I will have them in last. Okay, so that's awesome. I think it's 4th of July, and also for me, I never travel without a bandana. That's super critical. And then for me, it's always like some shirts. All right, 2 white shirts and a cute little black. Kind of into these little cute little shirts like this. This you can wear over jeans, over little shorts, and off you go. So that's great. Let me put it in here. And then let's look. A tank top is critical. 2 types of white t-shirts scenarios. I have a small one, and so a little tight fitted one, and then an oversized one. Matt and I have been digging these Uniqlo ones, Merge, right? I kind of like the boxy ones, and these are great. I'm telling you, this is a brand new one I just got, and it's great because it like wicks your right, Matt, when you're sweating. This has been
the Uniqlo one?
Yeah, these are great. Okay, so
they look like they're ironed all the time, but they do well with humidity. And
I think it's amazing. Pair of jeans and then a pair of khakis. Okay, so let's put that in here. And then 4th of July, this is a great thing. I have a skirt that doubles as a dress and a skirt, so you can wear it long as a skirt. I usually wear a white t-shirt with it, or it's so long that I pull it up and I put a belt on it, and then it becomes a dress. So I always like these kind of things where I could do 2 things in one with this. So this is one of my favorite things. I always travel with this, especially in the summertime. So, Matt, there's still space, okay?
Yeah, it doesn't even look stuffed.
No. Okay, what bags? So then I have my dock kit, which, again, bandana. I love bandanas. And these are my cute brushes that I got that I love. So, of course, I'm going to travel with that. So those are cute. I'm going to put them in this little side pocket here. And then of course I have some jewelry, but I just pulled some, and then I'm going to put it all in a little bag. So jewelry, I'm going to put it in here. And then what bags am I bringing? Okay, scenarios. I always like to bring some straps. This is a little bit too many, but I'm going to go through and edit, and I'll probably bring 2 straps. So I'm going to bring some straps. And then bags. Okay, 2 bags I'm going to bring. Lily, which is awesome, so I'm going to put it in here. It's tight. And then I'm going to do the travel bag this weekend. Okay, so travel bag. Sweater, extra sweater. I don't need to put it in here, right? I'm just going to tuck it in here, and I'm going to bring the olive one. And then a lot of people were asking, like, hey, I know that you guys made this strap short, and it's not really meant to go over your shoulder because it's supposed to go on your trolley. But you know what?
Extender.
This is the perfect thing. Add a bag extender to it, and then you're going to have a great...
Extender?
Yeah, then you could add it, and then look at it, Matt. So now you've got a shoulder strap with the bag extender.
You can even do double strap extenders, one on both sides.
Yeah, you can double it if you want. That's a great idea if you want it even longer. But obviously, I think this is long enough for a shoulder. And then the paracord, which allows for you to crossbody. You can also, if you want to, like add more stuff, because I think for this fun bag, more is more. So I love having the acrylic, the paracord. And I'm just going to choose another strap to go with this. I think, Matt, which one should I bring? This one? This is a new one.
Yeah.
This one for a little neutral, or the blue one. What do you think? I'm not sure.
I'm going with the blue.
Blue? Okay, because I have so many like navy blue things. So then again, add this guy to here, and then you've got a really comfortable adjustable crossbody if you want to add it on. And it's not too much. Like, look at it. I love the combination of the thin paracord with the thicker strap.
So that's the daily bag in all of nylon, and then nice
Yeah.
with the blue, right?
And the
Nice.
daily bag is currently on pre-order. The first batch, like I said, is almost sold out. So if you want it for the first batch, please.
Dude,
do
we're
the
so
pre-order.
excited about the daily bag.
I am so excited. And like, this is what I'm traveling with. This is amazing, right? It's so good. Like, look at that. How cute is that? So this is what I'm gonna travel with. I have the Lily inside for those nighttime scenarios when I need to go out. I'm gonna put an extra strap in here. And then I have my really fun Abbey Arad big hat, which I love. And this is great. I can smush it down and just put it into my, I usually just bring it and I just kind of
Crush it.
attach it to the outside. Yeah. And this is great. It's awesome. So this is what I'm bringing. And it all fits in the XL chocolate.
Nice.
All right.
We weren't even sure that would all fit, and that's.
I know,
You've
this was
got
not
room.
practice.
You've got like room. You could even do a little more.
Yes, I always leave room so because my shoes are downstairs, so I'll just put some shoes in here, flip flops probably, so they don't take up much space. A pair of running shoes, and that's it. Off we go. 2 days. I mean, I overpacked, so obviously you could do better, but I just have scenarios. I don't know what it's. I never know what situation we're going to run into, who we're going to run into, get invited over to someone's house. And I don't want to be like, oh my God, I don't have an outfit for that. So just all these different scenarios, but most likely no one's going to invite us. We're just going to probably wear the same clothes every day. And,
But you're covered.
and then no need for any of the stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so this is my OOTD today. Matt, I stole your Armalux shirt. Kind of feeling oversized shirts lately. So
It doesn't
all my,
look crazy oversized on you. It's
I
weird.
know.
Huh.
All my striped shirts are kind of like perfectly fit. I'm kind of feeling like they need an oversized one, and I love these Armalux ones. These are great. And then I have a pair of these little tiny like kind of lacy shorts, which I've been kind of
You
digging.
know where you
lately.
should get your own is when we go out to Marine Country Mart, get one from Drew.
Yes, of course. They have the best. I love him, so yes, I always like to support.
I want to
right?
support them.
I could
yeah.
always buy it online, but
Yeah.
I always find like lately I've been supporting. Like for example, I got a new brush.
Dude, any store that's going to carry that shirt, like I want that store to be around, so I want
That's
to
right.
support it.
That's right. And they have a great selection of tree torn, so I always support there. So yes, I always do that because I feel like that's really important. Support your small stores around the local area that you have where you're like, you know what? Instead of ordering online, I'm just gonna go in and pick it up.
And the
Why not?
people who run them. Like Drew has got so many, over the years, he's found so many cool things that I wasn't aware of, and then
Yeah.
you can get them.
Yeah. So, I have my onward thought of the day, and I wanted to share it with you guys just in case you don't watch those. Today, Rich Roll had this happiness professor on today.
She was really
She was
interesting,
really
actually.
fascinating.
Yeah.
But she brought up this idea of this book called The Book of Delights.
Hmm.
And I thought, first of all, the name is so fantastic. I love the word delight. I think delight is such a good word.
Good word.
But her idea of this book of delight, and her idea is, I'm always thinking of like how to it's all about consistently changing small things to really expand your mind. So instead of like, I'm going to try to be the happiest I can be, or try to be so grateful, like all this stuff that your people like feed you, and you need to like spend 10 minutes and figure out what you're grateful for, which is really important. But if you can't do that, or you're like, I can't do it, 10 minutes of trying to figure this out. She brought this really interesting idea. So it's like throughout the day, try to challenge yourself with one little delight that you just run into. So she said she was going out to Rich in LA, and she was coming from the East Coast. She went into the bathroom at SFO. By the way, it's the most amazing airport. I really love that airport.
Yeah, they
Matt.
did a good job. That terminal.
It's such a great
That
airport.
particular terminal.
Yeah. So she was in that terminal, and she went into the bathroom, and one of the bathroom attendants that was cleaning the bathrooms put a tiny little orchid in the stall. And she's like, that's a delight, right? And
Yeah.
it delighted her, and she's like, wow, this is great, and then she also shares her delights with her circle of friends. So she'll be like, delight of the day. And then people, like amongst her like text messaging chains, people will then start sharing their delights. And that she feels like these are tiny things where it's like little seeds in your brain, right? Consistently water that little part of your brain, then you're going to become much happier and much more grateful. But it just takes consistency, and it's not a lot of work. If you like, and it could be anything, right?
She had two other interesting ideas I want to share.
Okay, go
one
ahead.
was all of these things that we know increase your happiness. Like
Yeah.
we all know there's all these little things you can do. None of them are a silver bullet. They all raise your happiness. They all work. They'll raise your happiness by just a little degree,
Yeah.
right? But they're effective.
Mm-hmm.
Her point was then what you want to do is make a habit out of those little things. So then the sum of all those little things puts you in a better
Consistently.
space. Second point, this wasn't hers, but I read over the week. I want to share it with everybody. I saw it in the Harvard magazine. There's scientific research. You guys can follow it up that show that people who eat one citrus or orange a day are much more resistant to depression. So I don't know if it's the juice or if you can, I'm assuming it's the full fruit. And, if you can only eat half, but try to eat more oranges. That's an easy one. And then her other idea was this idea of, a lot of people are really into manifesting now.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's fine, but it's really about manifesting through doing the work, right?
Yes.
So she was like, don't manifest and be like, oh, the universe is going to do this for me and then wait for it to happen.
No.
Rather, manifest the strength and the mindset to do the work of the thing that you want.
That's the only way you could manifest.
So
like manifesting,
good realization.
Oh, I want $100 million. Like, oh, okay, like that's gonna drop out of the sky. Like that's just silly. Maybe somebody who will get lucky and who wins the lottery, that might happen. But what's the percentage of that, right?
Yeah.
But it's true. So if it's like I want to manifest $100 million, you got to go through each step and really kind of write it out and plan it out, and then you have to put the plan into work in order to get to your goal. You're so right. And she made that really great example, Mike. But also you have to, while you're within your manifest, it's not all bowls of cherry, because it's not, right?
No.
So you got to think of all the scenarios that might happen, like I do when I'm packing, that may happen, probably not, but may. So like, for example, Michael Phelps, when he was thinking, like trying to manifest, like most people are like,
he next leveled it the way she explained. So he started by visualizing great outcomes.
Yes.
And did really well with that.
Correct.
But then he next leveled it.
He next leveled it by, okay, I got there, but let me start leveling up by thinking, okay, I want to do this time. I want to win this race. However, let me think of all the scenarios that could happen. Like, what if my goggles fall off? Then you got to go through the steps with that manifestation and think about how you would, like, given that situation, how would you imagine and how you're going to get through it and still win the race? And actually, it helped him because it actually did happen.
2012, that happened in Beijing, and he
won because he had been practicing that in his mind. So anyhow, I think that there's something really interesting about all these little tips, but the one that I could really take away right now is
the point is it's important to do the first one first, which is don't start with all the scenarios of negativity.
Right.
Start with the positive one.
Yes.
And once you've mastered that,
then go on to the scenarios.
Yeah.
And then actually then it'll become much more realistic in your mind, because it will become much more of a habit when all these little what you're imagining in your head, and then it will become a reality. So that's what I agree. I think it's really interesting.
And that was another really profound point she made too, which was don't go for the capital letter solutions.
Yeah.
Go for the lower letter solutions.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like that little delight that you're talking about or whatever. It's like it's not like, oh, I'm going to find spiritual satisfaction by doing these lofty goals. It's more like, you know what? Every time I speak to my pastor, every time I speak to this person, it's like, I feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
So then habitualize all those little small lowercase letter things, and then you will get a big uppercase result.
Correct.
Yeah.
So today, when you step out, there's still half a day. Go and look for something that might delight you. And it's not going to be like, just look around. And I think that's all about, also what's great about that is just being much more here versus just going out through your busy day. Just being much more here and seeing what's going around you at that moment, which is really a very important practice. So anyhow.
Lots of food for thought.
Thoughts of the day, right? But anyways, this is the best part, the Charlie. All right, onward.
Onward.